welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Liz and welcome to my channel. So today I am going to be following a pro Mua'S tips on TikTok, and I came across his page on my For You page on TikTok, and especially one video that really got my attention was the concealer video. You know how a couple years ago all the beauty influencers were like, oh, like form a triangle. No girl, do not do that anymore. Watch this video, make sure to watch his videos to learn how to properly get your face snatched without any Botox or fillers. And all you need is the makeup that you have in your collection. So let's get into it.
Let's talk about how to prime your face properly for makeup. And believe it or not, there is not one primer in this step. So for all of this, you're gonna need to start with a clean face, so wash your face with your favorite cleanser. I personally go in with a toner for my clients and myself, but if you don't have a toner, you don't need to use one. This is kind of like a little extra step. If you're really feeling yourself, you're gonna wanna use a serum first, preferably a hyaluronic acid serum to really hydrate and plump up your skin. After this, use your favorite moisturizer, preferably though one that has a little bit of dimethicone in it. That silicone in it is really gonna help with the grip and texture of your makeup. And then the most important thing in my opinion, and something that a lot of people don't do, is use a facial oil. Trust me, it's gonna make a huge difference. And that's how you properly prime your skin. You don't need a primer. Primer's just like a little optional extra that really isn't needed.
I don't have hyaluronic acid, but what I do have is I already cleansed my face. I have moisturizer, facial oil, and I have the toner. So I'm gonna get those and then I will be back. I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. Keep Your Balance toner, and I'm gonna apply that using a little cotton swab. I don't have the serum, but the good thing is that this Neutrogena water gel, it has hyaluronic acid in it and it has dimethicone. And for my face oil, I'm going to use this Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil.
First thing you're gonna need to do is not use as much product, especially in the areas that it creases, because also they tend to be the areas that don't need coverage. What you're gonna do is then spray down a brush a little bit with setting spray or a damp beauty blender with setting spray. Trust me, it works. What that's gonna do is mix in with the foundation and or concealer, and it's gonna change the formula a little bit and it's gonna set down. After your foundation and concealer is on, you're gonna wanna powder, but don't use a lot of powder because then you're just gonna create an excess of product, and that's not gonna help. And yeah, there you go. Try it out, let me know what you think.
After primer, I guess I set my face. And I know he said not to use a Morphe, but this is all I have right now. Oh, and to spray my beauty blender. Okay. That is nice and damp. And for foundation today, I'm just gonna go in with my Milani Conceal and Perfect. And I'm not gonna go in with too much. And I think that's it that he has for foundation for that video, so I'm gonna move on to the concealer.
You're doing your concealer completely wrong. I'm sure you've seen people do this all over social media and it's completely incorrect. It does nothing for your face and it highlights in all the wrong spots. Try doing this instead. Do this shape instead. Doing it like this is actually gonna lift your eye and highlight the parts of your face that need to be highlighted, not this, whatever that is. Let me blend it out and show you what I mean. Okay, it's all blended out, and as you can see, this side here, the eye is much more lifted and the face just is more proportionate, whereas this side, you're real heavy on the cheek. Like right here, the highlight's there, which that's where your eye goes to. This is very smooth and in one direction. Try this next time you do it.
Okay, but there's that video, but there's also another video.
You guys wanted to see my concealer trick in action, so let's go. So first things first, my face is clean, moisturized and primed, and there is nothing on. So first step is foundation. So you just want to put your foundation on as per usual. I'm doing it how I would a client. So a light layer, because let's be real, you don't need a lot. Okay, so now you want your hydrated concealer. I'm using the Born This Way Sculpting Concealer from Too Faced. Don't support the brand. Jared Blandino's still there. Don't like him. Okay, so now you go in with your concealer. You don't need a lot. And you're gonna put it everywhere you would normally. After doing this, you wanna wait at least 5 minutes. So I'm gonna make myself a tea. Okay, I got sidetracked. It's been about 20 minutes, but as you can see, the concealer has basically dried. So now what you wanna do is blend it with a damp beauty sponge and just look at the results. And once you're all done, this is what it looks like. Smooth, creaseless, and flawless.
I'm gonna follow exactly how he has it, which is right here in the side of his nose and going upwards, and then in his forehead and Cupid's bow. While I wait for this to dry, I feel like I look like a bird. While I wait for this to dry, I am going to do my eyebrows real quick, and then I will be right back to blend it all out. I let the concealer set for a little bit, and now we're gonna move on to the baking step. So let's watch the video.
Oh, wait. I think it's time we move on from this, don't you? I'm about to put you onto something so much better than baking for under your eyes. Because baking actually increases the texture and is going to increase separation and creasing. Yes. Step 1, go on foundation. I'm gonna do it in foundation because I'm gonna take this off as soon as I'm done. Step number 2, concealer. After concealer, setting spray. Step 4, beauty blender, setting spray. Spray it down. Dab off the excess spray from the sponge and start blending. After you're blended, light layer of setting spray. Final step, brush, translucent powder, lightly set. And here are your results. As you can see, it looks filtered.
So he says setting spray. Okay.
Step 4, beauty blender, setting spray.
Beauty blender, setting spray. Okay.
Spray it down.
And blend. So I think I have my concealer blended out for the most part. This is definitely a lot different than how I would normally do my makeup, but hopefully it looks really good at the end. Blend out the concealer, more setting spray. And now he says to apply translucent powder with a brush. So that is what I am going to do. This is after. What do y'all think? I think it looks pretty good. No creasing so far. But I definitely need to add color to my face because I am looking super pale and super ghost-like. So let's move on to the next step. I think the next step is going to be contouring.
Don't know how to contour? I'm going to show you the most foolproof way on how to do it. To do it, we're going to be using an angled brush because it's the easiest one to work with and everyone probably has one. Get yourself a contour powder. I personally love the Natasha Denona ones because they are beautifully cool toned and they are great to work with. If you don't know where to do it, what you're gonna do is take the back of the brush and just push right underneath your cheekbone. And that's exactly where you're gonna contour. And you're not gonna go further than the outside of your eye. Load up your brush with product and you're gonna start tapping first, right underneath your cheekbone, near your ear. Then using a downward sweeping motion, only going one way, not backwards with this brush because that's gonna pull and do that. You're just gonna go down. It's that simple. Then if you have a big forehead, you're gonna contour your forehead and you're done. Sculpted.
So for contour, I am going to go in with the Tarte's Tarteist Pro Glow, and I'm going to use this contour shade right here. And for the brush, I do have an angled brush. This is from Alamar, I think, Cosmetics. I probably got this in a BoxyCharm a while ago. Get the back of the brush and... where are my cheekbones? Bottom of my cheekbone. And start applying the product downwards. So... and he said to not go further than the corner of your eye. Okay. Better than my regular bronzer slash contour all like mixed in one. And I'm definitely going to be implementing this in my everyday makeup routine because oh my gosh, it looks, just makes my makeup look so much better. It doesn't look so, my contour doesn't look so harsh.
You're probably doing your bronzer completely wrong. Let me show you to fix that. I know you probably think that, you know, your bronzer goes where you'd contour. That's incorrect. It goes on the highlights of your face, the high points. The reason it goes there is because that's where the sun would hit your face. It would beam down and hit the high points of your face. So that's where it goes. Let me show you. And to put on your bronzer, you're gonna want a really big fluffy brush like that isn't too dense, it's quite floppy. So you wanna go tops of the cheekbones, forehead and hairline, and last but not least, your nose. As you can see, doing it this way is giving me a really natural sun-kissed look, but also doing it this way, it's gonna stop your contour from going muddy. You're welcome.
For bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline New York bronzing palette, and I'm just gonna apply that using a Wet n Wild fluffy brush. It does have some product on it, so I tried to dust it off. So let's see, to apply bronzer at the highlights of my face, so top of my cheekbones, okay. The bronzer and contouring step all done. I definitely think I do look a lot warmer, and it brought back a lot of color to my face, and in a good way. I do really definitely love the contouring method and step because I genuinely just did not know how to apply contour before I watched this video, and he explained it just so easy. Like, you don't have to like whole like reshape and resculpt like your whole face with like cream bronzers and contours, and I'm pretty sure you can, but he just breaks it down to make it look so simple and really effective. So this is contouring, bronzer, and now I'm gonna move on to blush.
So you don't know how to put on blush? Let me show you. Even better, I'll show you two different ways. First step, get your favorite blush. Then I highly recommend a brush like this. It's really, really sparse with its hairs, and it's really fluffy. I'm sure you've seen a lot of people like smile to do that. The issue with doing that and then putting it on right there is that your cheek drops, so it's gonna be too low. Do this instead. Get your brush, put it about here, so like this part here, and sweep upwards like that, and then go up. For a more youthful appearance, you're gonna do the same thing. Bring it a little higher, tip of the nose, a little bit on the nose bridge, and a little bit around the forehead. And there you go, two different ways of doing blush.
For blush, I'm going to go in with a Bare Minerals blush. It's in the shade, what shade is this? The Grand Entrance. And for the brush, I actually do have that same brush that he applied blush with. So to go here and not to smile, but to apply in sweeping motions upwards. And that is actually not everything for my face. I still have highlight to apply, and then I am going to follow his wing liner tip that he gave because I do have hooded eyelids. So we'll see what he has to say about that wing, like that bat wing liner. So let's get into it.
You gotta stop doing your eyeliner like this. Okay, now that I have your attention, this one's for people with hooded eyes. So I'm sure as most of you know, this shape of wing won't work for you. It's gonna hide, it's gonna look weird. Let me show you how to fix that. When you're starting your wing, you just wanna follow your lower lash line and just go out. So I've gone out much further on this side than I have on this side, and it's just for the demo purposes to make an example. Now what you're gonna do is bring it in to about here, and then you're gonna stop. Like this, the line should be just slightly higher than where your crease is. Then you're gonna line just the base, and now this is where the bat wing comes into shape. You're gonna just go down. So this here is the bat wing liner, and that's what it looks like. But then from the front, and with your eyes completely open for hooded eyes, this is a blessing in disguise because it looks like a completely normal wing.
So he used gel liner, but I'm going to use liquid liner. Okay, so he said to go follow my waterline and go straight up. So now he says to go straight down, right here. And that's where that bat liner comes in. But it probably looks funky because I haven't filled this in. Okay guys, so I just popped on a quick lash so I wouldn't look too crazy. And I know this is like similar to the look I did last time, but I couldn't find any eyeshadow tips on his TikTok, and maybe he does have them and I just didn't see them. So far, I am really happy with the way my makeup looks. It definitely looks a lot better than it normally does. Okay, so he has a couple of different, he has like two, from what I could see, different videos on how to make your lips more fuller. One of them involves cream contour and sort of like contouring your lips, but I don't have that. I don't have cream contour, so I'm gonna move on to his other video that he has. It's for the perfect pout.
Want to get the fullest looking lips with just makeup? Let me show you. First thing you're gonna do is overdraw your lips. Once your lips are beautifully overdrawn, then you're gonna go in with your first shade of lipstick, preferably one that's a similar color to the liner. Okay, after you've done this, you're gonna go in with a lighter shade in the center of your lips. I'm using this one because it complements this color beautifully. Once that's on and blended out, we're gonna take a gloss, but we're not gonna put it all over the lips. We're gonna do it very strategically. So again, we're focusing on the center. We're gonna put it down the middle, here, 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 and here. And then we're gonna blend. And then if done correctly, this is what it should look like. As you can see, the light catches on the top of the lip and right here, which is what makes your lips look huge.
I am going to use my AOA Studio favorite lip liners, but I am going to use a darker shade than normal. I normally use Naked, and that's a very like light skin tone nude, but today I'm going to use the shade Blogger and overline my lips. So I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rust lipstick, and it is a pretty dark shade. Alrighty, so I got that dark lip on, and now he said to apply a lighter lipstick in the center. So for the light lipstick, I'm going to use this Live Glam Lavish liquid lipstick. For gloss, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Natural Gloss. You could actually find this at the Dollar Tree. To be honest, I haven't used it, but it's gonna come in handy. So he said just to apply gloss to the... Oh, that is pigmented. That completes today's look following a pro MUA's tips on TikTok. And what do y'all guys think of this look? Let me know in the comments down below. I personally really like this makeup, the way it looks. It just looks so flawless and seamless. Now he does do a lot more extra steps than I normally do on my makeup application, like all the oils, all the like priming, moisturizing, all the setting, but I think it's all worth it, especially if you have an important event to go to, a red carpet, if you need your makeup to stay on all night and all day. I definitely recommend following these tips because I think they do work. I have only had my makeup on for maybe an hour, but so far it looks really, really well. My contour, my bronzer, my blush doesn't look muddy like it normally does. And I am calling myself out for that because I do not know how to bronze, or I didn't know how to bronze or contour before this video, but now I do. So one thing I will definitely be implementing in my makeup routine that is not like super extra is how to properly contour and bronze and blush. For me, those were like the biggest eye openers, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was just so impressed at the results. And they're so easy, like they're just so simple steps. And yeah, the product does matter, but you could probably use these techniques with your own bronzer and contour that you have at home, and it's gonna look amazing. So I'm so glad I came across his TikTok on my For You page because it was awesome, and I do 10 out of 10 recommend his tips, and y'all should go give him a follow, watch his videos. I'm gonna leave all his information down in the comments below. Let me know what future videos y'all want to see. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions, your critiques down in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye guys.